Today, companies across different verticals have access to vast amount of data. Yet, this vast array of data is as complex as it is valuable. It is derived from various sources, represented in different formats, and travels at varying speeds. Any delay in acting on this data can result in perishable insights seriously impacting decision making, often at great cost to the organization. To help companies overcome the data ingestion challenge, DataTorrent has built application templates for some of the most commonly used data sources and data sync. These application templates allow developers to ingest data from a broad spectrum of data sources, including Kafka, SDFS, S3, and write it to popular data sinks such as SDFS, Kafka, and Cassandra. Easy to use, fault tolerant, these pre-built application templates enable enterprises to build and enhance applications faster to accelerate time to market. Build applications without the need for specialized coding skills. Lower the cost of operational support. In this video, we will look at how to customize Kafka to SDFS app template. So this is the GitHub page for app templates repository. You can fork this repository and clone it in your local environment. So I already have this repository on my machine and I have imported this particular application in my favorite IDE, that is Eclipse. You can refer to walkthrough document for stepwise instructions on how to customize this application. So before we begin, let's look at the source code for this particular application. So application.java is the main file. There we have a populate DAG function. It consists of mainly the logic to add operators and connecting those operators using stream. So the current implementation in this particular application package is we have Kafka input operator and file output operator, and those are connected with this stream called data. Though as a part of example for customization, we are going to modify this pipeline and introduce some transform logic in between. So we have this plain old Java object. It has fields like account number, name, amount, and we use pipe separated records of this object as events in Kafka input. Then we parse these records using delimited parser or CSV parser. Then we transform this record to convert the name field to uppercase. Then we will format these objects and convert them into strings. For that we will use CSV formatter or delimited formatter. Then we will write those strings to file output. So note that in the current implementation we are using byte array output operator, but in our new pipeline we will be writing strings to file output, so we will need string file output operator instead of bytes file output operator. So this code block gives detailed instructions about the modifications. Let's go through them one by one. So first block says that we need to add some operators in this pipeline. I will just uncomment these things. Then it says that use string file output operator instead of bytes file output operator. So we will replace this particular line over here. So I will comment out this line and introduce the new operator, string file output operator. Okay, and now we need to connect the streams for this new pipeline. So let's comment out the original stream. Let's introduce these streams. So if we look carefully in these 4 lines, we are saying that Kafka input is now connected to CSV parser, CSV parser to transform, transform to formatter, and formatter to file output, and that is what we want, right? So that's about it. So if you have some other object instead of this pose of event, then you might need to change this XML configuration. So here we have attribute called tuple class. So on CSV parser, formatter, transform, we need to specify what is the class for your incoming tuples or outgoing tuples on that particular port. And schema for parser and formatter is a JSON string. So it consists of information about what are the fields and what are their respective types. So in case of formatter, it also has additional information about line separator and field separator and things like that. So we will keep these things as it is. If you have your custom classes, you can change these properties. Again, the similar settings are present for the sandbox environment. Let's try to compile this package. So I'm giving maven command, which is maven clean install. As you can see, it says that build is successful and it has generated the application package with an extension .apa. It is present inside the target directory of our application, and since we have given maven install command, generated artifact is also copied over to .m2 directory of your maven. Now let's try to upload this package onto data torrent RTS UI console. So we already have this existing application package. Let's delete this one and upload the latest package which we compiled just now. Just click on upload. Upload might take some time. If we click on close, it says notification which says that you will be informed when it is completed. Now we can see the app package which we uploaded just now. Let us try to launch this application. Again we are selecting cluster memory configuration from saved configuration, and default properties we are giving as per the environment. So in my case I have I'll be using this directory from HDFS, and Kafka to HDFS is my file name for output, and on the input side I will have a comma separated list of clusters for Kafka. Initial offset I am specifying as earliest, and my topic name is event underscore data. So let's launch this application. So if I click on this application ID, it navigates to the page showing the details of this application instance. As we can see, there is a logical tab. We can see the application DAG over here. So we modified this application template from Kafka to HDFS and introduced parser, transform and formatter operator in between. This is how the modified DAG looks like. As we can see, the records are getting processed and emitted. Matrix can be seen on logical tab. On physical tab, we get information about physical instances of the operator. There is a link for each container. If we go on that link, we can also look at the container logs. So if in case there is some exception, we can look at the logs from here itself. So this is about how to customize Kafka to HDFS app template. If you have any queries, you can write to feedback@datatorrent.com. Thank you. So please visit App Hub page from your RTS installation and import application of your choice and try it out today. Goodbye.